Hi there, Scorpio. Thank you for being here with me today. So we're going to be looking at what is going to happen in your love life. So to start off, we have these oracle cards in order to get more information. So starting off, we have release fear with number 25 breaks down to a 7. Then we have child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. I'm gonna fix them in a moment. Then we have coffin with number 8. And then here we have the dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So what am I getting here? I'm getting that obviously there is some anxieties and some overthinking that have to go out the window. I believe that because you tend to be fearful, perhaps of getting abandoned, or perhaps to be, left for someone else or something like that, or to open up or something. You tend to get with people that are not really a threat, let's say. Maybe you tend to go for people that you can have some control over, but not control over them as a person, but like control over the situation. So you might be fearful to try and get into a relationship with someone that is as equal as you in terms of attractiveness, intelligence, finances, and everything. Or you tend also to avoid the people that are at a higher level than you. Maybe they're more attractive, they're more successful because of all of these anxieties and all of these fears, because of this fear of being less than, or, because they could perhaps leave you for someone that is better. But I am getting definitely a lot of walls up, a lot of not really being 100% vulnerable, and just being, if that is not your case, then you're just scared of getting hurt, which is, especially if you've been through a very tough time when it comes to relationships or your relationship with your caregivers and everything. It's more than normal that at this moment you have all of these defenses up. But I am seeing that definitely there is something that you inspire when it comes to your romantic life. There are desires that you have, regarding the relationship that you want to live, the person that you want to meet up with, you want all of that. But because of this fear, because of all of these anxieties, all of that is being blocked. So what I'm seeing here is that deep down, you know better, right? You know better. You know that you're supposed to be letting go of this. There is this radical change that needs to be happening in your love life. So what I'm seeing at this moment is that you're going to have to go to the root of this fear and all these anxieties. You're going to have to go to the root of it and heal from that. I believe that for a very vast majority of those details you already know about as to why you are this way, but I feel like there are things that you're not really diving deep into. You don't have the full picture yet. And that is also because it can be very, very frightening to actually finding out, the entire truth of who you are and all of those things. And it also comes with a lot of acceptance, and as well of allowing some things that are extremely hurtful to come to the surface, which are very, very difficult to deal with. I've been there in the past, finding out and having to accept that certain things happen to us, that we have been treated a certain way, and therefore it is the result of who we are today. And some things are extremely, extremely painful, but they're necessary in order to adapt and then, just heal and eventually start off with this evolution progress that will allow us to be the best versions of ourselves and just leave a lot of things behind. And also in order to live a better life and to live better with ourselves. So let's get these out of the way. Let's get the tarot. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so here we have the Six of Wands. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, how do you want to follow? Let's see. Okay, here we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. And on the back of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. So what am I seeing here? Absolutely, there is this change that needs to be happening, but it's like you're just kind of scared of, finally letting go. And as well, letting go of the dynamics that you have been living so far, of the dynamics that you have been indulging with so far. Obviously, it is extremely frightening because you're going to have to basically step into the light. You know, it's basically like someone that has been living all of their life in this dark corner, which is fear. Fear keeps us confined in a very small corner of who we really are. And it doesn't really allow us to get any further. So then once we manage finally to get into the light and to walk away from that corner, it's gonna burn. It's gonna burn, it's gonna be painful, it's gonna burn until we eventually change your perception and say, okay, this is for the best. This light, even though that it's burning me, it's illuminating all of these possibilities and all of these paths that I can embark on, that I can walk on, that are going to bring me, you know, joy and happiness and more fulfilling connections and a more fulfilling life, etc. So I'm seeing here that perhaps it's been some time since you actually maybe as well had some kind of an active social life. Maybe you tend to be a little bit by yourself. You tend to not really as well ask for help whenever you need to, or to open up with people when you're feeling a little bit upset, when, you know, something is wrong. You tend maybe to keep everything inside of you. And I'm seeing that allowing other people to see you for who you really are, allowing other people to see you as the vulnerable self that you are, that is going to help you. That is going to be the first step in order to start letting go of a lot of things. I am sensing that you have been hurt quite like a few times in the past. And this has led you to just like create the shell around you and have all of these defenses up. And therefore just kind of led you to say, I'm not going to allow people to see the vulnerable side of me anymore, because when I did, I have been basically beaten, and I'm just not going to allow that to happen anymore. But I see that that is going to be the first step. Obviously, you're not going to have to jump into a relationship and just like face this demon head first, but I'm seeing that the first step here is going to be to just start opening up more about yourself, about your fears, about your anxieties, to start talking to your friends, to start inviting even your family members, if you are in a good relationship with them, to allow them in, which is like extreme. I understand very well. It's like, it's actually very scary. And we take a lot of pride, I think, when it comes to not showing our feelings, you know, like it just keeps us secure. And sometimes we can also tend to get a little bit embarrassed when we have to demonstrate to the world that we also drop to our knees. And, you know, when we feel hopeless, because it's very normal sometimes that you feel hopeless and everything and you don't really know where you're going. But when people go through the things that they go through in life, earlier in life, it can become very embarrassing. It can become extremely embarrassing to actually show that part of yourself to people. So I get it. But, you know, whenever you want to evolve, you're going to have to do the things that you don't want to do. You have to do things that you fear doing. Let's see what else we can have here. Let's see what else we have. So here we have the World. Here we have the Six of Pentacles. Here we have Strength. And here we have the High Priestess. Okay, so it makes sense. Okay, so the World, the Six of Pentacles, Strength, and the High Priestess. So I'm getting here that once you're going to start letting go of these things, and once you're going to start letting your walls down, there's definitely going to be improvement as well in your romantic life. Ultimately, when we get our vibrations high, we also can attract people that are more suitable for us, and we're not going to be attracting the egoistic, narcissistic people that live in lower vibrations, basically. I'm seeing that once you're going to be finding the strength to give yourself a little bit more to people, there's going to be absolutely a radical change, even when it comes to yourself. I feel like when you start doing that, there's going to be all of this knowledge regarding yourself and who you really are that is going to surface. So obviously there's going to be the initial pains, the initial discomfort, the initial everything. So you're just going to have to pull through that. You're just going to have to just like, you know, just handle it, you know, just handle it. You're just going to have to handle the discomfort because that's going to happen. And then I'm seeing that that's when things are going to start going a little bit your way. And it's not going to be downhill from that moment forward, but definitely is going to be easier. It's not going to be downhill, but it's not going to be uphill either. You're going to be inviting a whole lot more things in your life, and you're going to be discovering exactly how fulfilling it can be to open yourself up and how less tiring it is. Because to keep that shield up all the time, you know, to live in survival mode all the time, to not allow people to really see you for who you are all the time, that is actually extremely tiring. That can be very, very exhausting. It's actually more liberating to, you know, meet up with someone, meet up with a friend, or meet up with a family member that you trust and just open up and tell them, I've been feeling down for a little while. And once that is going to happen, it's going to be something actually magical. I think that you're going to be understanding pretty quickly exactly how helpful that can be, because that is actually helpful. You're not supposed to be facing every single burden of your life alone. That is not it. We can rely on other people sometimes. We just have to be very careful who we put our trust into, and that's pretty much it. And afterwards, that's when your love life is going to take as well a different turn. Once you're going to be appearing less mysterious and more transparent, definitely. That is actually something that people, at least genuine people, they really, really like that. Also the narcissists, they really, really like that. So you're just going to have to be more selective and absolutely follow your intuition when it tells you that a certain person doesn't really want your genuine best interests at heart, okay? All right, this is all that I have for you. If it made sense, please let me know, and we're going to be seeing each other next time, okay? Bye-bye.